Mike Biggs boxing. First in the building. What's going on, man? Oh, yeah. Let's talk this boxing today. This show by 78 Sports TV. Enjoyed every minute of it. What's good, Marcus the Villain? What's good, man? I want to clown, man. I'm going to have some fun today, man. Dark Truth. Dago 619. What's going on, man? Texas Bubba 6. King Corleone, Jeff the producer, Talib Cunningham. Mike Biggs, boxing. Much love in that super chat, man. That's my dude right there, man. What's good? What's good? All right, man. Salute to you, Mike Biggs, man. Thank you, sir. Man, we got to get you on OG Boxing Talk, man. Don Grant, what's going on? Triple OG. Anthony Johnson, salute to you and the family. King Corleone, yes, sir. Let's get it. John Williams, let's go. Joseph Brown, what's good? KB Hops, Casual Boxing Corner, what's going on, man? Yes, sir. Hold on, it flew real quick. Jerry Jones, what it do? It do it, man. I'm having a good time, dog, because I went through Manny Pacquiao's record, dog. Dog, Manny Pacquiao got some accomplishments, man. He got some accomplishments. I didn't know he had some accomplishments. I had to point out, man, I've been having so much fun. But let me finish saying what's up to everybody, man. I've been having so much fun going back and forth with Manny Pacquiao fans, man. It has been a blast because I am well conditioned to talk to trolls after having dealt with these AJ fans, you know, the now deceased, defunct AJ fans for so long that these Manny Pacquiao fans are easy money. They're easy money. Jeremy Jones, what's good, man? Harold Jones, Crown King, Dago 619, GG, what's good? Brothers UK, what's going on, man? Dwayne B, Macadon 1. Brian S, what's going on? Not Roger, what's going on? Joseph Browns, I appreciate your videos. Keep them coming out. Yes, sir, man. I'm dropping with 1:30, 3:30, 5:30. I got a system. I got my system. I got a couple more Patreons I got to get up, got to get done today. I'm running a little bit behind on that for y'all Patreons, but trust me, good stuff. Yes, sir. 1:30, 3:30, 5:30. I got a system. Oh, man, what's up? Oh, 7 years. So I hope y'all notice I've been on time. It's BF Black Fight Fan. They be late all the time. And my Nino Brown. Yeah, I know it's black. That's color folk time, dog. But yeah, dude, man, let me tell you, man, Anthony Johnson said we will have to catch the replay. Much respect, man. Thank you, Anthony Johnson. And so, yeah, dog. Dude, you had me like punctual. Like I know. It's like 78. If 78's on, I know. That shit is popping off at 10 and it is going off at 11. It's like, and I got to be ready. Like, okay, I got everything sitting here. I'm ready to go. Black Fight Fan, it might be 11, might be 11:02, might be 11:26, might be 11:24, might end at 11:15, might end at 11:07. It's like I got to spread it out 2 hours. I got to allow 2 hours of loose room. But that's all right, man. Black Fight Fan be doing his thing, man. Shout out to Benan. What's going on, man? Yeah, but much love in that super chat, man. Good. Hey, Ivy Webb, what's going on? But look, man, I realized that Manny Pacquiao has a record that nobody even talked about. Do you realize that Manny Pacquiao has, since these dudes wanted to talk about Manny Pacquiao having all these accomplishments, I was like, you know what? Let me go and analyze and see if I can find some accomplishments for Manny Pacquiao. Do you realize Manny Pacquiao has lost in every weight division he ever fought in? He's either lost or had a draw in every weight division that he fought more than one time in. This dude has managed to get knocked out at 112, 115, and 147. He got knocked out at 115, 112, 115, and 147. He won the only divisions that he ever fought in that he didn't either lose or get a draw in was 135 pounds that he fought only one time in. When he fought Diaz, one time. No, he got knocked out. No, one was at 112. They don't forget to tell you that was a weight class below. He got knocked out at 112 and 115. Let me tell you, let me show you. Because I was going through what Max Kellerman said when you're like, you got to look at his whole career. You have to look at the early part. You got to look at the prime years. You got to look at the late years. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. Let's look at him. Boy, where did it go, man? I'm sure that those two knockouts were in different weight classes, man. The two knockouts were in different weight classes. The early knockouts were in two different weight classes. Because one, he got knocked out for a championship. He got knocked out in a championship. So he fought this guy, Toro Campo, and he got knocked out. That was early in his career. And that fight, my friend, was at flyweight or super flyweight. That was a super flyweight. Or let me go back. Event. That was a super flyweight. He was on the undercard for a super fly. He was super. Well, okay, yeah, I guess so. Maybe that might have been. He got knocked out in super fly. No, then he went down in weight and he got knocked out in the flyweight, because he went down in weight. And then he got a draw against Agapito Sanchez at super bantam. The next weight he went to was featherweight. He lost to Eric Morales in featherweight. Then he moved up. He only fought one time at lightweight. One fight in lightweight. That was against David Diaz. That's when, that Juicy Juice entered. And then he fought just real quick. Inside of a year, he jumped 2 weight classes. He didn't fight. He fought Oscar De La Hoya at some like 142, something like that. He fought Ricky Hatton. That was only one fight at lightweight. And then he moved up to welterweight. And in welterweight, he got knocked out and lost. He got knocked out and he lost 4 times. The only weight classes that he did not lose, the only weight classes that he didn't lose or get a draw in were weight classes he only fought one time in. He lost in 5. He lost in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's lost in 5 divisions. How in the world are you the greatest fighter ever if you've lost in 5 divisions? He's lost in 5 separate divisions. They want to say all the fights that he fought, but y'all want to skip the fact that he lost in 5 of them. He got knocked out. He lost in 4 of them. Got knocked out in 3 of them. I guess 122 he got a drawing. 122 he got a drawing. But 115 he lost and got KO'd twice. 122 he got a draw. 130 he got a draw and a loss. In 140 and 147 he got 4 losses and been knocked out once. That's the greatest fighter of all time. Since y'all want to talk about his fight, you want to talk about all them divisions. Let's talk about what happened in them divisions. And a couple divisions only fought one time in. He cherry-picked in 3 of the divisions. He got Diaz at 135. Came in, that's under the Bob Arum reign, isn't it? That's the Bob Arum. Was that a Bob Arum belt? Yes, it was. Because he got the 2 WBOs. 2 whatever. No, just 1, actually. He got that. No, he got the WBC against David Diaz. And that was at lightweight. He fought one time at lightweight against David Diaz. Who was the lightweight at the time? That'd be interesting. And also, let's see how many Floyd Mayweather rehashes. He got knocked out by a guy that Floyd beat, Juan Manuel Marquez. He beat Oscar De La Hoya after Floyd had beaten him. He beat Ricky Hatton after Floyd had beaten him. He did beat Miguel Cotto, I do believe, right after Miguel Cotto had been beaten half to death by a dude with dirty gloves. Or am I wrong? No, the Dirty Gloves came after that, so I'm wrong about that. Antonio Margarito, who was the first guy to beat Cotto? No. Yeah, he fought him He fought him less than 12 months after Antonio Margarito beat him with Dirty Gloves. Man, you can go all through this, man, and talk about accomplishments. He's not the greatest, but his legacy, one of the best. It's good. I mean, the term one of the best, that's fairly open. But I'm going to go with what Roger Mayweather said. Y'all need to cut out all that Floyd Mayweather stuff. Floyd Mayweather Jr. whooped him, and he beat him easy. It wasn't even a close fight. It wasn't a close fight. It wasn't a difficult fight. Floyd just is a much better fighter, man. So I just thought that I would go ahead and go through that real quick. Can't win them all. Give Pat credit for none. Can't win them all. Yes, you can. Floyd won them all. But here's the thing. Cooley. Here's the thing. I'm not saying that Manny Pacquiao's not a great fighter. But that's not enough. It's not enough for them. If I say, yeah, Manny Pacquiao's a great fighter, he's an absolutely great fighter. Does that mean he's better than everybody? Aaron Pryor is a great fighter. He was a great fighter. Does that mean he's better than everybody because he's a great fighter? See, that's the thing that they're trying to use Manny Pacquiao as a way. Half of these dudes, the Filipino dudes, they're not really fans of boxing. I mean, honestly, man, what's going on, Nelson? They're really not fans of boxing. So, they don't even know who Aaron Pryor is. Say, well, what about Aaron Pryor? Well, who's Aaron Pryor? Some American? Yeah, exactly. Who's Henry Armstrong? I don't know. Some American, right? They just like Manny because they're from the Philippines. That's okay. It's not a big boxing country. It's not, he did something special in the Philippines. I'm okay with that. However, Fanon, what if Pacquiao beats Spence in a huge upset? Would you be considered the greatest? What if Errol Spence beat Deontay Wilder? If it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk, and I'm waiting for the drinks to get served. Okay? I'm not doing that shit. If Manny Pacquiao beat Errol Spence Jr., then moved up and knocked out Errol Spence, moved up, knocked out Canelo Alvarez, moved up, knocked out Bivol, and then moved up and beat Anthony Joshua. I would say he's the greatest fighter ever. I ain't doing no crap where I try to move, well, what if he did this? Would he be? I can give you a whole bunch of shit. If somebody did it, they would be. Okay? If let me give you another if. If Adrian Bronner beat Errol Spence Jr., then Adrian Bronner moved up and beat Jermell Charlo, and then he moved up and he beat Canelo Alvarez, and then he moved up and beat David Benavidez, and then he moved up and then he moved up and he beat Bivol, and he moved up and then he beat Dorticos. I would say this is one of the greatest fighters of all time. Adrian Bronner, yes, one of the greatest of all time if he did that. But dog, no, I wouldn't give that. You beat Errol Spence. Is anybody saying Errol Spence is one of the greatest fighters of all time? That's what you guys are doing. That's what you guys are trying. What's going on, Renee Boxing? That's like they're trying to do with Keith Thurman. None of these clowns had Keith Thurman anywhere near the top. Well, he wasn't the top welterweight. He wasn't the top welterweight. He wasn't on anybody's top 10 pound for pound, whatever that means. He had one fight in the last 2 years, and that one looked suspect. And all of a sudden, Manny Pacquiao beats him, and he's greater than Jackie. Then he's greater than Sugar Ray Robinson because he beat Keith Thurman in a close fight because he was 40. That's the extra. But he was 40. Errol's got potential. Look, man. Here's my thing. Everybody's got potential. Either you the greatest or you not. Okay. Either you are or you not. And we can all have our different reasons why. But if you want to talk about accomplishments, I'll start running down accomplishments. Foreman was 45. He must be the greatest ever. And he knocked out Mora. At 45. He won belts when he was 28 to 45, right? Oh, he was younger than that. How was... No, he was younger than that. Man, thank you for bringing up George Foreman. George Foreman was... He might have started fighting a little young. Hold on. How old was Big George when he won that belt? George Foreman was born in 1949. He won his belt. When did he win this championship? He won the championship in 1973, so he's 23. He was 20. No, 49. He would have turned 30 and 69. He would have turned 20 and 69. So he turns 20 and 69. He was 23 years old. He won. Dang, I never forgot about that. Yeah, he won championships 20 years apart. 23 and 43. 24 and 45. That's 21 years apart. That's pretty significant, dude. And he won it by knockout. And in 1986. But look, man, I like Manny Pacquiao, but I was listening. These guys have been so hot that they had a guy. What's going on CB Sports TV? That they have somebody from a boxingscene.com writer seeming like he wanted to cry. Like he's like, man, y'all just being so disrespectful. So disrespectful because you think Floyd Mayweather has more accomplishments than Manny Pacquiao. You should listen to the interview that took place with Roger Mayweather, man. You got to go to war. You get knocked out sometimes. But now, no, you don't. No, there's a bunch of people who went to war that didn't get knocked out. You kidding me? There's a bunch of people who went to war that didn't get knocked out. Deontay Wilder's been to war. He ain't get knocked out. What are you talking about? Not everybody gets knocked out. No. Sugar Ray Leonard, I guess he did get knocked out by Camacho. Did Marvelous Marvin Hagler get knocked out? No. There's all kind of people that didn't get knocked out, man. All kind of people that didn't get knocked out. James Toney didn't get knocked out. Exactly. James Toney didn't get knocked out. All kind of people didn't get knocked out. Canelo Alvarez ain't been knocked out. Gennady Golovkin ain't been knocked out. All kind of people ain't been knocked out. Andy Ruiz ain't been knocked out. Keith Thurman ain't been knocked out. Terrence Crawford ain't been knocked out. Do I need to keep going through all the people that ain't never been flat on their face like this? Juan Manuel Marquez ain't never been knocked out when his whole career never got knocked out. Come on, man. Come on. Not like that. Not like sleep. Like he went to sleep in 3 different weight classes. He might be the only Hall of Fame fighter to ever get put to sleep in 3 different weight classes. Come on, man. Don't make me do it. Overrate these nuts. Hey, man. Yeah, exactly. Tay took a long nap, dog. Just stop. Don't do it, dog, because then you got to point that out and you got to figure out some way to get around it, dude. King Kong, you don't believe that. What? Don't believe what? Look, man, all I'm trying to say is stop trying to make the dude the greatest fighter in the history of mankind, okay? He lost in his early part of his career. He got knocked out before he ever got a belt. He got knocked out when he had a belt. He got knocked out with and without belts. And if he keep it up, he's going to get knocked out again. Come on, man. You know it's a matter of time, dog, before he get knocked out. Most of them, and you know why I like it? I'm having fun. Exactly. He's not even the best of his era. But no, he's better than Floyd. They just going to close their eyes, be like, they do like this. You know that hear no evil? What's going on, John Wilson? For now, get the smell of salt. He needs some milk. Hey, you know that hear no evil? What I hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. You know that 3 monkeys doing that shit? That's the Manny Pacquiao fans. They didn't see him get knocked out. They didn't hear him lose a fight. And they will never say that he lost to Floyd Mayweather Jr. You should listen to this interview on the Mayweather boxing channel. I don't even know how in the world Jeff Mayweather listened to that without wanting to slap him. Yeah, exactly, Kingpin. You know, I don't know how he got through it without, man, I know Jeff Mayweather wanted to slap him. He was like, that's just the opinion of the judges. That's the judge's opinion, right? No, that's the judge's ruling. That was the judge's ruling. That was their ruling. That was the official outcome of the fight. He lost. But if you watch it in slow-mo, if you just watch it in slow-mo, and now what do you think would happen? You got an active Pacquiao, and you got an active Pacquiao, and you got an inactive Mayweather. I mean, look, Mayweather's out there fighting who is this Tekashi 6ix9ine? He's out there fighting Tekashi 6ix9ine in Japan, and he's fighting Conor McGregor. It's like, dude, the dude is retired, making a bunch of money. John Collins, Kovalev versus Yard. Dude, if Yard don't knock him, you better hope, if you're going for Yard, you better hope Kovalev has lost a lot. Okay? They probably thinking that he can get to that body, he can get to that chin and knock him out. But is this in the it's in Russia? So who knows, man? Joseph Brown said, Fanon, channel, if you overhype, over-exaggerate a fighter, you will get exposed and slip back down to earth. Yeah. Just come on, man, with all of that. All I know is I've been told at least 30 times this week that the only reason that I don't think that Manny Pacquiao is the greatest fighter in history is because I'm American. Like, what are you talking about, man? History is a very long time. There's a lot of fighters. Fanon, Inoue versus Donaire, November 7th in Japan. Yeah, you can count Inoue to win that. I don't think he's getting no knockout, though. And I wouldn't be surprised if he gets clipped. But he'll be the greatest fighter of all time in about another year. Just watch it. Inoue is the next future greatest fighter of all time. Inoue's good. He's fighting little itty bitty dudes, man. I'm sorry, man. I ain't amped on no dude knocking out dudes 102 pounds. Just whatever. Wake me up when he gets to 130. Okay? Because he could fight at 130. He's the same height. Same reach, same physical dimensions as 130 pounder. I'm gonna wait till he gets to 130 pounds before I get all come on, man. He can easily be fighting a guy 2 weight classes down from him, and you wouldn't even know it. What's the world rankings for flyweights? Hold on a second. Let me look at this. And this is another reason. And yeah, I'm sorry, man. You guys, they get all in love with these little WBC rankings. All right, I'm going to look at the rankings and see how many of these fighters. Top 15 in every division. Let me go all the way down here to the itty-bitty weights. What is going on here? All right, so flyweight. Thailand, Nicaragua, Australia, Philippines, Mexico, Japan, South Africans, Philippines, Japan, Johnny Gonzalez, United States, Mexico, South Africa, Japan. So you got, I'm weight class up. Philippines, Pakistan, Thailand, Philippines, Japan. Okay, that's the flyweights. Japan flyweight, that's the WBC, the super flyweight. Japan, Philippines. Bantamweight. Philippines. Now the higher you go, now that you're in bantamweights, now you start getting a little more because you got Thailand, Philippines, Japan. Super Bantam. Now it's where Japan leaves, other than maybe two. Japan. 3 at 122. They got a Mongolia up in here at featherweight. Philippines. Mark Magsayo. He's rated and he ain't fought in a while. I like Mark Magsayo. Philippines. Super featherweight. You got Ito. Ito was the guy that was up there, was a champion. And that's it for featherweights. Lightweight, you got one in lightweight. Yeah, I mean, it's just those lower weight classes have a ton of guys from the Philippines, Japan. You just don't have as many guys ranked that are fighting outside of Japan, outside of Asia. Japan is feeling themselves since they're hosting the Summer Olympics. It's whatever, man. It's just that's like the Japanese, Philippines, Taiwan. That's that weight class. That's like a regional. I'm telling you, it's like those are regional weight classes. Those are regional weight classes, in my opinion. Why is King Kong timed out? Let's see. King Kong talking nonsense, I'm sure. Cooley, Kenneth might see that fight if Bud stays with Top Rank. I've never seen somebody timed out. Cooley. Bud done shown all his skills against bums. Errol haven't been tested. What? Bud has shown all his skills against bums. Bud has fought neither one. Cooley Stevenson, neither one of those statements are true. Errol Spence went and fought the top welterweight in the world over there in the UK in his own hometown. What are you talking about? That's tested. He fought for the belt against probably the top middle welterweight in his hometown overseas. That's tested. Kell Brook was a test. That was a good fight. Bud has shown his skills against Yuriokas Gamboa. That is not a bum. He's shown his skills against Ricky Burns is not a bum. Postal's not a bum. Diaz isn't a bum. Jeff Horn wasn't a bum. Jose Benavidez ain't a bum. Amir Khan ain't a bum. He just a glass chin. Come on, man. What are you talking about? Pac-Man is not the biggest Asian I've seen in boxing. Gennady Golovkin is much bigger than him. Gennady Golovkin is way bigger than him. Gennady Golovkin is a 160-pounder. Why would you say Manny Pacquiao is the biggest Asian you've seen? No. I'm sure, give me a couple seconds, I can probably think of another one that's bigger than that too. But those are the little weight classes, though. That's why I don't really give them a lot of credit. I don't care about those weight. That's a regional type. Pretty much, you can almost call straw minimum weight to flyweight regional titles. I'm sure there is a man. They got some big ass Asians now. Don't trip. They got some big ones. They got a whole bunch of China. Got a whole bunch of really big dudes. I mean Asian too. He Asian. I'm taking, yeah. Bubet Shumanov is technically this. Bubet Shumanov, same thing that Gennady Golovkin is. I like to rub in people's face that Gennady Golovkin is Asian. Look at his mama. Okay? They're like, you just don't like him because you're but it's Christopher West, it's Eurasia. The whole damn thing is Asia. The whole thing is Asia. Man, I say that, and I'm going to say that every time I have an opportunity to say it. All of that is Asia. Europe is in Asia. Okay? All they're doing is the same thing that these cats are doing to Manny Pacquiao. They trying to look at something that's dead in your face and you can see and make it something else. Like Max Kellerman. Max Kellerman saw with his own eyes Manny Pacquiao beat Floyd Mayweather. He saw Floyd Mayweather Jr. never lose a fight, look spectacular for the vast majority of his career, right? He saw him. He saw him beat Juan Manuel Marquez easy. He beat Juan Manuel Marquez easy. And Manuel Marquez knocked out Manny Pacquiao. He sees it. But yet somehow in his mind, he can change that into Manny is better than the guy that beat him. Manny is better than the guy that beat him. And Manny's better than the guy that beat the guy that knocked him out. How you do that, I don't know. But he does it the same way that they can do this. You can look at a map, and I'm telling you, this is like most people don't even see it. Many of you do. Look at what is a continent. A continent is a landmass. It's a distinct landmass. Is Europe a distinct landmass? No, it is not. It is directly connected to Asia. It is literally this. It's like, oh my God, man. But they can do it. Okay, you see this circle? Can you see this circle? Okay, you see that circle? Okay, that's a circle, right? See that now? That right there, that's Europe on this. How is that a continent? How do you draw a line? That's what they did. They draw a line. Yeah, that's an oval. They drew a line right here and called this a continent. No, that ain't no continent, dude. That's a peninsula. You know what that's like? That's like Florida. That's like the state of Florida declaring that they're their own continent. Like, what? Yes, we are no longer part of the continent of North America. We are now our own continent, the continent of Florida. Okay? Get out of here, man. But I'm telling you, they can do that. You know why? Because they got the power. They figure if we just say it, it's true. Anyway, Biggs Black Steel, as Numa's man said, Fanon, salute, big brother, from the west side of Chicago. What's going on the west side, man? Hey, man, much love to KQKC, man. Check out that Patreon. Please check out the Patreon, man. We trying to make it work over there. I used to love Max, but lately he's been smoking. Let me tell you, Black Boxing already. You know what happened? You know what happened to Max Kellerman? Max Kellerman was real when he was on public access TV. When he was on public access. Because I was like, what happened to the guy that was so big, so much bigging up Pernell Whitaker? Right? He was big time for Pernell. I mean, I can't speak because I didn't know anything about that, Magic Smith. If that's the case, that's the case. I don't know. I had not heard that. Yeah, but look, this is what happened. This is Max Kellerman. Max Kellerman got a break. Pernell Whitaker gave Max Kellerman his break. Max Kellerman probably didn't have any other good interviews. He didn't have another world champion that could talk to him. So Floyd on his public access radio show where he's working for free, doing a side hustle. He asked Pernell Whitaker to get on his channel. Pernell Whitaker gave him interviews and talked to him, right? And then as a result, he got some credibility because he has Sweet Pea on his channel. And then he left public access and he moved over there and he got a job. He got a job that paid him well and he became corporate. That's it. Now he's not saying stuff that he even believes anymore. Because look what he says. He says things like, I'm not saying that Manny Pacquiao is the greatest fighter ever. He just has an argument for being the greatest fighter ever. Maybe Max Kellerman is working with guys that want him to say that and wants to appease himself to his bosses who really desperately want to believe that. I remember talking to these cats, dude. Absolutely RIP, man. RIP Pernell. I remember talking to these guys these guys were MMA fighters, right? MMA fighters. I worked out with some MMA fighters, like hobby MMA fighters, right? Hapkido, because I was in Hapkido. And so working out with these dudes, maybe it was like 10 years ago now. And, hitting bags, hitting gloves, doing all that stuff. But we were talking about the Mayweather-Manny Pacquiao fight. And I would tell these guys, I'm like, dude, he's going to beat him. No, man, Manny Pacquiao's got too much pressure. He's going to I'm like, dude, do you realize this is not a close fight, right? Like, this is not a close fight. Look with your eyes and not with your heart. That is not a close fight. Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather Jr. was never a close fight. Manny Pacquiao was going to lose that fight because Manny Pacquiao leaps in. Manny Pacquiao is a very, very, very exceptional athlete, dude. But, dude, he's sloppy, okay? He's sloppy, but he's got pop, and he's awkward, and he's strange. But Floyd Mayweather Jr. is going to time him and hit him consistently. He's going to take away what Manny wants to do, which is his left hand. He's going to take his left hand away from him. And then when Manny Pacquiao tries to leap in with that jab, he's just going to time the shit with a straight right hand, and he's going to beat him. And he's never going to take a chance. He's never going to get in there and give the dude a chance to tee off on him. He's going to snooze you for 12 rounds, and you're going to lose. And Manny's going to be frustrated, getting wild, missing wild. Like, that wasn't a close fight. It was never going to be a close fight. He's not as good, which is the thing to me is like, how could you say this guy is the greatest fighter ever if you look at him fight and you can see that this guy is not as good as him? He's just not. And I'm telling you somebody else, a little version of Andre Ward would knock out Pacquiao too. A little version of a guy with a little version of Andre Ward would knock him out too. Because Andre Ward is going to get inside on him. You've yet to see what's going to happen with Manny Pacquiao if Manny Pacquiao ever has to sit in there and exchange with somebody. If he can't hop around on the outside, leap in, throw punches, jump back up off of the thing. Dog, you all wait. I'm telling you. Every step of this, I've seen Manny Pacquiao lose. That's what hurts Mayweather in the historical argument. They should have fought much sooner. No, they're the same. What are you talking about, L Fighter? They're the same age. Floyd Mayweather's older than him. Floyd Mayweather's older than Manny Pacquiao. That's not hurting him. Manny Pacquiao Floyd is older than him. He beat a younger guy. Get out of here. The only thing that's hurting him, Floyd Mayweather, in the historical argument are the people making the historical argument. That's it. Because they just absolutely want it to be true. They can't stand that Floyd Mayweather tamed them boys. Floyd tamed y'all. He tamed you. All right? Now, I ain't the biggest fan at all of Floyd Mayweather outside the ring. But y'all know y'all were waiting for this dude to lose every time he fought. And it makes you sick. And you never got to see him lose. And it still hurts because he walked away and you never got to see him lose. So you want to make up losses to make yourself feel better because you were wrong for so long. Dog, he just didn't lose, okay? And then guess what? The only people that were going to lose, that were going to beat him, weren't the people you wanted to win, okay? Get out of here, man. Y'all just sorry, sore losers. You're sorry-ass, sore losers. Max Kellerman, you're a sore loser. Teddy Atlas, you're a sore loser. All of you cats talk about watch the fight and replay in slow-mo. You're a sore loser. Why don't you watch Manny Pacquiao fall face first on his face in slow motion? Like this. Rewind. That's what I was doing. When he's falling flat on his face like this, I rewound it. And then, boom. And then maybe was making all the memes of him just laid out on a park bench like that. Dog, y'all remember the memes. Y'all are just sore losers. All right, this is sports. Y'all just sore ass losers. Okay? You lost. Floyd beat you. Floyd ain't got to come out of retirement. He ain't got to fight Manny Pacquiao. He ain't got to do none of that. Okay? He can just say, I whooped you. I whooped the dude that whooped you. And guess what else? Terrence Crawford say it too. Fight Terrence Crawford. That's what'll make him great to me. Fight Terrence Crawford. Don't fight Errol because you already ducked Errol. Okay? He ducked Errol. Flat out ducked him. He stepped in the ring because he wanted Mikey to win. You know, he cheated. He cheated by whooping that boy's ass. IV injection, the mysterious IV injection. The mysterious, no proof about it, IV injection. You know what an IV is, dummy? An IV is just liquid to help rehydrate you, okay? If he had an IV, all that means is it helped him rehydrate. You put some solution in your body to help you be more hydrated. You're acting like the dude is accused of taking D-ball. You act like he's accused of what Manny Pacquiao's accused of doing. Get out of here, man. IV is not a steroid, dude. IV is like you drank, like instead of drinking your water, right? They just pump the water into your body. It's not an illegal substance, okay? It's not illegal substance. It's a way that people say you shouldn't put it in your body. And I don't even know if it's, and get out of here. There was an IV. There was an IV that was reported. And Manny hurt his shoulder. And Manny tore his rotator cuff. Manny's a fucking superhero then. Because Manny Pacquiao throwing a hell of a lot of punches with a torn rotator cuff. Last time I checked, cats' whole arms will be falling off their body. And Manny Pacquiao's a sore loser too. Every time that dude loses, I was hurt. I mean, I was not feeling right in training. My feet, it hurt. All the while, dog, you trying to get little kids put to sleep. And by the way, don't y'all talk about the man of the people when he's supporting what he's supporting over there in the Philippines. What y'all going to do about that? Okay? He's the man of the century, right? Yeah, he's the greatest guy. What a great guy who believes that you should be able to summarily execute a 14-year-old kid for smoking weed. Get out of here, man. Floyd on some shaky political stuff. But I only say that because y'all want to keep talking. Because you're sore losers. You sore losers about Andre Ward and Sergey Kovalev. Yeah, you heard me, TD Sims. Yes. In the Philippines, the president of the Philippines has a no tolerance for recreational DRUGs, or the selling of it. And they have extrajudicial executions in the Philippines, and Manny supports that. So don't give me this crap about him being a man of a people. He's a political puppet that doesn't mind little minor kids smoking, hit the same little neighborhoods as him, getting X'd because they touch drugs. Get out of here, man. Get out of here, man. But anyway, that's on them. That's the Philippines business. What the heck? Really executing me? Yeah, exactly. Renee Jackson, yes. Research it. It's hot in the news. It's hot in the news. It's hot in the news. Yes. What's the name? What's the name of that Philippine president? Huerta, something like that? Yeah, dude. Come on, man. Come on, man. But anyway, y'all just some sore losers. Boo-hoo, hoo-hoo. And I ain't mad at all. I'll talk to y'all all day. Keep coming to my chat. Keep coming to my page. Keep coming to my page talking about what Manny is and what Manny ain't. I love it all the time. I love it all day. I do it all day. Don't bother me at all because y'all lost. It's like y'all trying to make me feel good. I beat you, right? I said Manny Pacquiao was going to win. Floyd was going to win that fight. That's what my bet was. And I was sitting on it for years. Like, I don't even care. Why do you want to see this fight? You know who else knew that Manny wasn't going to win that fight? Bob Arum knew Manny wasn't going to win that fight. Top Rank's got the best matchmakers, period. They know who's going to win a fight, and that's why they didn't make the fight for years. They wouldn't make that fight. Because they're like, no, we can make pay-per-view money off of Manny. We'll sell the idea. He only made that fight. Bob Arum only let that fight get made after Juan Manuel Marquez put that NyQuil on that boy. If you got a speed, straight right in the hand like Floyd, it's a wrap. Man, dude, he's just not as experienced as Floyd. Just kind of like what happened with Keith Thurman. Manny Pacquiao was more experienced than Keith Thurman. That's why I think Manny Pacquiao won the fight. He's just more experienced. He's more experienced. He's seen it. He's done it. Floyd is as experienced as Manny Pacquiao, and he's a better fighter. He's a better fighter. But y'all, you see the same people. Hey, let me ask you a question. Who in here is a big fan, thinks Manny Pacquiao lost to Floyd Mayweather lost to Manny Pacquiao? And if you show your head, I'm going to ask you another question. Did Andre Ward cheat both times to beat Kovalev? When Kovalev was stumped over, when he's sitting on the edge of that rope, bent over like he wanted to vomit, do you think that Andre Ward cheated him and they should have overturned the fight? Or let me ask you a question. Do you think that really Oscar De La Hoya beat Floyd and it was just his hand was hurt and that's why he stopped throwing a jab? You remember that? Before there was Manny, there was the Floyd beat him, right? I mean, that was the Oscar De La Hoya really won that fight. His jab, he just turned his arm and he stopped throwing his jab. It was an easy fight for Oscar if he would have just kept throwing the jab. Remember that? Sore-ass losers. You sore-ass losers. Y'all are just sore losers. I ain't going to call you haters. I'm not going to call you Flomos. I'm not going to call you, Pactards. I'm not going to call you any of that. Y'all just sore-ass losers. You was probably used to play. You probably be in the backyard shooting basketball with somebody. You lose. Redo. You traveled. Stop. Oh, no. Offensive foul. You slapped my hand. You know those dudes. You be killing them in the backyard, just killing them. Shooting, you're doing them. And soon as you get near game point, travel. Charge. I took a charge. Slow. You sore losers. You guys sore losers, man. You should be ashamed of yourself. Arrow kills Manny. He already ducked Manny. Manny ducked him. The greatest fighter of all time ducked Errol Spence. Straight out in front of your face. He showed up to the Mikey Garcia fight. Got in the ring. Right? He was, I'm sitting next to this fight because why'd you fly all the way from the Philippines to watch Spence and Mikey Garcia fight? Because you was hoping that Mikey Garcia would look good enough to show you something where you could outbox and outwork Errol. That's what you thought, didn't you? Man, you're like, oh yeah, he's just a come forward fighter. What I'll do is I'll just let my hands go real quick, and he'll back him up and I'll win at the end of the rounds. Yeah, I can get him. And then you saw Errol pull out something different on him. A nice straight right jab, straight right hands, good footwork, just doing what he wanted to do, toying with Mikey, making Mikey easy. And all of a sudden, you fighting Keith Thurman. What's going on, Matt Rainey? Fanon, there seems to be trouble in Oscar's paradise. No, not in Oscar's paradise. Golden Boy's paradise. Oscar De La Hoya got plenty of spatulas. He got plenty of spatulas, wigs, and fishnets. He got enough money to buy that shit till he's 180 years old. He got lifetimes worth of money for that. For all the stuff he want to do. That ain't mess. Oscar, that's a part-time gig for Oscar. That's something to keep Oscar busy. Let him get out of his house with his wife. A promotional company for Oscar, it's really just an excuse to have, late night rendezvous. To have his late night rendezvous. It's, it's a tax deduction for him. Oscar got bank. And he ain't touching any of his money for any of that. He's taking Ryan Garcia's money. Like, yeah, we give Ryan $50K. We make a cool meal. Screwing up Canelo's. Outlaw Jr., what's going on, man? I'm having fun today, man. But I did just want to really spoon down. Hell yeah, out there having spoon de views. How you call it? Spoon de views? Oh, man. Ryan Garcia, come on. Y'all know he lost 200 fighters to Al Heyman. I mean, I can see why Bob Arum might be, why Oscar could be a little hot at Al Heyman. Because Al Heyman and Floyd got him. They got him. I know always say that I like what Al Heyman does for boxing, but I gotta admit, he ran one. He got one over on Oscar, dog. He snatched everything. Raider time, much love on that super chat, man. Oh, he got him. Oh, he got him, dog. Big old trusting. Just give me the paper. You know, what's the deal? Oh, yeah, let me see. Let me sign that. That's cool. We got him on a promotional deal. Yeah, great. You're a manager? Okay, great. He didn't mention that he's an exclusive managerial drill and he's on with you on a fight-by-fight basis. Hey, Al, why do I have to sign these? Why do I have to sign his contract every time he fights? I don't understand. Oh, don't worry. Shut up. Here. Shut up, snort that. Move on. That's what got him bad time. Got him bad too, dog. Got him bad. I think he got robbed then after the fight. They said, no, it's a majority draw. What's that, James Brown? Oh, but he is in comedy. I'm giving Ford a 10% shot, and that's if Spence doesn't train hard for the fight. I mean, you know, he's got a chance. That's a world-class fighter there in Sean Porter, man. Korobov versus Aleem. Man, dude, those commentators were really one-sided on that, man. I think I only watched the last half of the fight with Aleem and Korobov, and Aleem was winning those rounds. Korobov should have finished the show, man. Looked stronger towards the end. That's what I saw. Oh, they saying Porter looked too small too soon. I mean, man, look, I'm expecting that him to come full dirty. I'm expecting him to come out full dirty mode. No rehydration clause, I heard. No, there is no. It's the WBC. It's the WBC, so they don't have a second day weigh-in. If you're fighting for the IBF and the WBC, they do away with it because both fighters got to be under the same rules, and that's not a WBC rule. That's an IBF rule. But they probably do have the stuff that the WBC says about you having to be a certain weight markers over a period of time. Oh, he said, Renee, they talking about the IBF rule. They got a rehydration clause. Manny Pacquiao got a rematch clause, a one-sided rematch clause when he was fighting for somebody else's belt. Now, you tell me, cats, man, that them belts mean something. So what does he mean Spence can come in? So do that mean Spence can come in heavy? It means that Spence does not have to. Spence, usually what happens is with the IBF belt, you can only gain, I think, 10 pounds between the first weigh-in and the next weigh-in that happens the next morning. So in the next, they have a weigh-in the day of a second weigh-in, the day of the fight, he can only come in at 157. You do away with that. So he basically can hydrate the night before. He can put all the weight back on him, gives him more time for his body to recover the day before the fight. So that helps him. Man, I was loving rubbing it on these. But Max Kellerman don't believe what he's saying. Max Kellerman's getting millions. That's what Max believes. Max believes I'm getting millions. And I'm getting millions. I'm telling you what I need to tell. What do I need to tell these dudes? Oh, where are my notes? Oh, great. Here, these are my notes. Kind of like Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless is the biggest troll in the history of trolls. He don't believe nothing he's saying. He just saying it. Oh, this is going to piss all these dudes off. It's going to make these people happy because, that's what they think. So I'm going to give them what they want, and I'm going to piss these guys off. Skip Bayless, the troll, don't believe nothing he's saying. Neither does Max Kellerman. Max Kellerman's just trying to be official, Max Kellerman, he's just trying to be, I'm the biggest voice in boxing. So, he gives credibility to nonsense. Like Teddy Atlas gives credibility to nonsense. 600 days Deontay Wilder's been waiting to be the mandatory. 600 days. Do you have a calendar, Teddy Atlas? He waited 63 days. And all of those 63 days, he was popping D-ball, okay, while he was waiting. The day after Dominic Brazil was no longer the mandatory. Then he he grabbed him a bucket of D-ball and some padded gloves, started working out, waited 63 days to become the mandatory. But on day number 61, he tested positive for D-ball. And on day 68, they took that mandatory spot from him for testing positive for D-ball. Stop hating Pac-Man. I get Pac-Man fans get carried away with Pac-Man, but you sound like Malignaggi hating on Pac-Man. I don't sound anything like Paulie Malignaggi. All I'm doing is fighting fire with fire. Don't start none, won't be none. Okay? Don't start none, won't be none. You start clowning me, I'm clowning you. And if you don't like it, you are what you call collateral damage, my friend. Don't get in the line of fire, homie. Don't be in the line of fire. I don't want to knick-knack and pick at the dude's resume. I've said multiple times he's a great fighter. Multiple times. This chat. Manny Pacquiao is a great fighter. Manny Pacquiao is one of the best fighters that I have seen in my lifetime. Manny Pacquiao is one of the most gifted athletes in boxing. His athleticism was awesome. He's had a lot of great fights. He's provided a lot of entertainment. All of that. He's one of the best fighters of his of this century. 600 days and I was smoking crack. I was smoking crack. That shit was funny. Dog, what else you want? That ain't enough. That ain't enough. I never said Manny Pacquiao was on steroids. Never mentioned it. Never accused of him. But that's not enough for y'all. You want to say resume and accomplishments. Okay, resume and accomplishments. Floyd beat him. Well, Floyd really lost a fight. If you look at it in slow-mo, Floyd didn't fight anybody. Everybody he fought was cherry-picked. Floyd didn't fight in 8 weight divisions. Floyd didn't do this. Floyd didn't do that. I'm like, okay, if you want to play that, let's play that with Manny. I can play that with everybody. I can play it with everybody. Everybody. There's not a boxer that has ever fought that I can't look at their resume and do that. Nobody, without exception. I can look at every one of these guys and fought guys that were not great fighters. You know why? That every one of these guys fought guys that weren't great fighters? Because 99.999% of fighters aren't great fighters. So if you want to look at Deontay Wilder's resume and say, who's he fought? Look at this dude. This dude's a bum. I'll look at Anthony Joshua's resume and point out somebody just like him. 5, 6, 7 guys on his record just like him. If you want to say Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather cherry-picked and say, oh, he cherry-picked Andre Berto. He cherry-picked Marcos Maidana. He cherry-picked. I'll say, okay, let me go see what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Let me go and see if I can find some people that Manny Pacquiao cherry-picked. Like Margarito, who just got the brakes beaten off of him, who had gotten the brakes beaten off him by Shane Mosley after they found out he had loaded gloves at a catch weight. He cherry-picked Oscar De La Hoya, who was clearly over the hill, who had already lost to Floyd Mayweather at literally 147. He beat him in a catch weight of like 144. Some craziness like that. They drained Floyd Mayweather. They drained Oscar De La Hoya damn near the junior welterweight for a welterweight belt. No, actually, it wasn't even for a belt. Come on, man. He cherry-picked Cotto. Cotto had just gotten the hell beaten out of him 2 fights before that. I could do that. I could do the same thing. Okay? I could do that for Ali if I wanted to do it for Ali. Ali cherry-picked Archie Moore. Archie Moore was way over the hill when he beat him. But Archie Moore is a Hall of Famer. You can take those arguments, go either way with it. But what I'm telling you is I'm not really talking bad about Manny Pacquiao. I'm talking bad about y'all. I'm talking about bad about y'all being sore ass losers. Okay? The fact of the matter is, Floyd Mayweather Jr. beat Manny Pacquiao. Floyd Mayweather Jr. beat Juan Manuel Marquez after, I do believe, Juan Manuel Marquez knocked out Manny Pacquiao. What do you want? Floyd Mayweather Jr. never lost at 126, 130, 135, 140, 147, or 154. Or excuse me, did he start at 130? He never lost at 130, 135, 130, 135, 140, 147, or 154. He never lost any of those. Okay? Manny Pacquiao lost 122 twice. He lost at 122 twice. He got knocked out at he got knocked out at 115 twice. He lost at 122. He lost or had a draw He had a draw at 122. He lost and had a draw at 130. He lost 4 times and got knocked out 1 time at 147. Y'all want to do that? I can do it all day. What I'm saying is leave me alone. Okay? Because y'all lost. Man, Trill Boxing Talk, the return of the Trill tomorrow. Shout out to Fernanda Don. Thanks for the great content. Yes, sir. Check out Trill Boxing Talk. Back on in the AM, tomorrow morning. All I'm saying is leave me alone. Okay? Leave me alone and leave my Ali alone. Okay? Y'all talking about Ali. You go too far. Everybody knows on this channel, you go too far when you bring up Ali. Floyd Mayweather went too far when he's talking about Ali. Because you can't ever win that argument. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to go to this. Muhammad Ali will pistol whip Manny Pacquiao's little ass. Okay? The only people that can fight in 8-weight divisions were born midgets. Okay? You either had to start fighting when you were 12 years old. You either had to start fighting when you were 13. You either had to turn pro at 13 years old, or you were a borderline midget in order to be able to fight at 115. What grown man can fight somebody 115? Get out of here. And if you fought at 115, you were fighting guys that really were fighting at 105, 108, and 112. Come on, man. But you try to use that as some way to give him more credit? Well, Ali didn't win in 8 divisions. There ain't 8 weight divisions above heavyweight. There's not 8 weight divisions above that. How can a heavyweight fight in 8 divisions? That's a stupid argument. And there's only 40 pounds. He starts at 115. He ended at 115. He ended at 147. Right? That's 32 pounds. That's 32 pounds between all of those weight classes. 32 pounds. He ended at 152. He never fought at 147. He had 1 fight at 152. 152. He fought 1 fight at 152 against Antonio Margarito at 152 catch weight. So at 152, let's go through this. 150, 35, 37. Is that 47 pounds? No, that's 37 pounds. Right? 37 pounds. Or 39 pounds, right? So 115 plus 40 is 155, right? So it's 37 pounds, dude. He's at 37 pounds between all of his weight divisions. Deontay Wilder just fought somebody that outweighed him by 50 in the heavyweight division. Jarrell Big Baby Miller outweighs people on a regular basis by 60 pounds. Heavyweight division isn't even a weight class, dummies. It's not a weight class. Everybody else is fighting in weight classes. Heavyweights fight everybody. And think about it. There is no rule that says in order for somebody to fight at heavyweight that they have to come in above 200 pounds. There's no rule. that says you have to weigh more than 200 pounds to fight at heavyweight. The rule is that you can weigh no more than 200 pounds to fight at cruiserweight. That means cruiserweights are protected from heavyweights. Because if you come in at 201, you can't fight. But if you come in at 195, you can go up and fight at heavyweight. You can go up and fight at heavyweight. If you are 175, 6 pounds, you cannot fight cruiserweights. All of those weight classes are protected classes of fighters. Little dudes, okay? Little dudes. Everybody at heavyweight, that's not even a weight class. So while you're talking about 8 weight divisions he's fought in, the heavyweights never were in a weight division. They have to fight any damn body. Exactly. Roy Jones weighed 194 versus Ruiz. Didn't come in at the heavyweight. He came in as a cruiserweight. So what I'm saying is just back up off of it, man. You guys can dig all kind of stupid arguments that fit, that you think work for you. Because it's all subjective when you talk about those little weight classes. But I know I saw this, okay? I have stood next to Lennox Lewis. Shook Lennox Lewis's hand. I have stood next to Thomas Hearns. That's a big-ass dude, by the way. Thomas Hearns, shook his hand, met Thomas Hearns. I've shook Errol Spence Jr.'s hands. Errol Spence Jr. is not getting in the ring with Lennox Lewis. All you got to do is this. You saw when Tank stood next to Deontay Wilder? Muhammad Ali would have to fight Deontay Wilder. Would have to fight him. And he can make the argument that he could beat him. I could say, yeah, I actually believe, truthfully believe, that Muhammad Ali can beat Deontay Wilder. I could say that, and we could have a realistic conversation about something that's objective. Any of y'all that say you believe that Manny Pacquiao is going to beat Andre Ward, you're out your damn mind. He's going to get beat half to death against Andre Ward. If any of y'all think Manny Pacquiao is going to get into the ring and fight Deontay Wilder, dude, you need to be put in jail, okay? You need to be put in jail as fast as Manny Pacquiao would get put in the hospital, okay? So I don't want to hear none of that nonsense, okay? Pay respect to the heavyweights. Oh, Cooley? Oh, people say that all the time. People say that Manny Pacquiao is a better accomplishments than Muhammad Ali because he fought in more weight classes. And they used, Max Kellerman said that. Max Kellerman said that. How can you have a greater accomplishment? How can you have a greater accomplishment for a guy that doesn't have 8 weight classes to fight in? What sense does that make? Let's see exhibition between Pac and Wilder for 3 rounds. Dog, some of the guys in the Philippines really believe he can win. But a lot of these guys don't realize that they're itty-bitty, too. They also don't realize that they're itty-bitty. Personally, I know damn well from being around, I was around Mike Tyson, I was around Lennox Lewis. I'm not fighting them dudes. I cannot fight them. I cannot fight them. They are out of my physical realm. Okay? But in basketball, right? In basketball, Layla D, you say the ref didn't, but Wilder was losing the whole fight. Cooley Stevenson, you're a moron, aren't you? Are you a moron? Oh, this dude is back. After Manny fought Margarito, he said Margarito was too big for him, and Manny's camp was saying Manny was very hurt in that fight. So what? But anyway, you're an idiot, aren't you, Cooley? I didn't realize I was talking to an idiot. Next time, warn me so that I don't spend so much time talking to morons, okay? Damn. I feel like I'm sorry, man. Like, I would never argue with little kids. I would never argue with kids on the yellow bus on purpose. Okay, I wouldn't do it. I got a nephew. A nephew that's love him, developmentally delayed, and he likes to say stuff like what you say. When he talks about his Matchbox cars and how great this Matchbox cars is, and how he tells me what a hurricane is and the difference between a hurricane and a monsoon, because he really loves the Weather Channel. And so you must be one of them dudes, huh? You must really, really, really like, that's okay, son. It's okay. Yeah, Wilder was losing the whole fight. Even when Tyson Fury was flat on his back looking up. Even in them first 5 rounds where nothing happened. Nothing happened. 5 rounds of a fight where nothing happened. Round 1, 2, and 3 where nothing happened. Literally nothing happened. Deontay Wilder didn't land anything significant. Tyson Fury didn't land anything significant. They were basically staring each other for the first 3 rounds. But hell, Tyson Fury was staring at him a lot more mean. Like, they were just staring at each other and nothing was really landing. But Tyson Fury just looked meaner. You see how he looked at his eyes? He did his eyes like this. That was intimidating. That's eye intimidation. We're gonna score eye intimidation. You see how he did this? Ooh, you saw how he stuck his tongue out so fast? Man, he was fainting with his tongue, fainting with his hands behind his back, standing in another zip code. Man, get out of here. That dude got dropped 3 times. Fuck out of here, man. Ooh. Yo, exactly. Yeah, man, dude, that nothing happened the first 5 rounds of that fight. That's the thing that gets me. Nothing happened the first 5 rounds, but round 5, 9, and 10, nothing happened in the first 5 rounds of that fight. That's what gets me. You have to literally give Tyson Fury every one of rounds that nothing happened in. Tyson Fury ain't never hurt Deontay Wilder. You can't name me two significant punches he landed all fight. But you're giving him the punch. You're just giving him the rounds. Just get out of here, man. Yes, I mean, but look, they're sore losers. And not only these guys sore losers, they're sore at getting draws. I mean, God, because he didn't win the belt. You were just, the fight's garbage. The fight's garbage. What's he doing fighting this? Oh, he didn't knock him out? Round for Fury. Oh, another round where Fury didn't get knocked out? Round for Fury. Oh, Tyson Fury stood up for 3 rounds, missed that round, never touched the canvas. Round for Fury. Like, that had to be how you guys were scoring that. That's some fights you say 10-10. If you guys would do 10-10 rounds, Deontay Wilder wins that. If neither one of them do anything, that's when you do a 10-10 round, when nothing happens. Neither one of them won their round. Well, I guess I have to give it for Fury because he didn't get knocked out. So you're punishing Deontay Wilder for not knocking him out. Let's get up. Oh, he stood up. Round. Oh, yeah, Deontay Wilder knocked him down, but he stood back up. We didn't expect that. Give him a point for standing back up and throwing a punch that didn't land. Just stop, man. Never hurt, but stung him a few times. Even in the 12, I had it. Dude, he didn't. What do you mean he stung him? What does that mean? He stung him. He never hurt him. He stung him. Every punch is going to sting. Stung him. Come on, now you creating in between categories. The punch landed or it didn't land. Okay? It landed or it didn't land. It's a scoring punch or not a scoring punch. And the first 5 rounds of that fight, Tyson Fury didn't do squat. Deontay Wilder really didn't do squat. That's 5 rounds in that fight. 2 or 3 of those. That fight could have went either way. But you guys those rounds could have went either way. But you decide that you want to give it to Tyson Fury. Let's get out of here, man. He survived. And then he ducked to boot. Not only he ain't survived, then he ducked. And if you want to judge what happened in the fight, what happened afterwards? Tyson Fury ducked the fight. If it was that easy a fight for him, and he had a rematch on the table with a lot of money to go get the money, to go get it. But he wants to do it in 2 years, 2 calendar years later, right? He wants to do it 2 full calendar years later. That fight was in 2018. He was in easy money, but he wants to do the rematch in 2020. Dude, stop. Tyson Fury betrayed everybody that said he won that fight. Tyson Fury betrayed everybody that said he won the fight by ducking the rematch. You see Lennox Lewis. Did Lennox Lewis duck a rematch? Went right into it. This is the only guy that didn't even need a rematch clause, and he ducked it. Deontay Wilder's the one with the rematch clause. Deontay Wilder with a rematch clause got a draw, kept his belt, and still executed the rematch clause. Still did it. And then Tyson Fury entered into a negotiation, never said that he wanted to fight. Begrudgingly entered into a negotiation for the rematch until he could find something else to do. Damn, I got to take this fight. Oh, I have to take this fight if I'm going to get paid. No. Here comes Bob Arum. No, you don't, Tyson. You don't have to take that fight to get paid. Come sign with me. I'll let you fight. I'll let you fight whoever you want to fight. Okay? You can fight Tom Schwartz and Otto Wallen, and I'll pay you for 2 of those. 3 fights against guys that you can easily beat. You'll get as much. I'll pay you as much money as 1 Deontay Wilder fight over 4, but you won't get knocked out. You'll win every single solitary fight real easy. We'll feature you in the UK. And hey, the Deontay Wilder fight or the Anthony Joshua fight will be there for you at the end of it. And he said, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. And matter of fact, I heard that Bob Arum didn't even seek him out. MTK Global sought out Bob Arum. Like, look, we don't want to do this fight again because this dude might get killed. You guys think that it is something little to be laid out on your back like that? How do you forget that? It's like you guys count Tyson Fury doing this as much as you count this dude getting laid flat out on his back. Unconscious. What part of that dude's eyes rolling in the back of his head and him forgetting memory loss do you not get? Sore losers, sore drawers. But hey, man, you know, AJ will be back. AJ will be back. He'll be back soon. AJ will be back soon. Oh, Joseph Brown, best duck breakdown for Nana Fury ducking. It was a guaranteed duck. There's nothing away from that. It's one of the biggest ducks ever. You say you won the fight, you got robbed. The guy who doesn't have to fight you, fights you, says he wants to fight you, exercises a rematch clause. The WBC orders the fight, clears the mandatory out of the way. They offer you 50-50 on another pay-per-view. And instead of doing that, you leave and go to ESPN to fight Schwartz and Otto Wallen in front of 5,000 people and lie about making $80 million. Just lie. Because it's Bob Arum. It's Bob Arum. You trying to tell me Bob Arum gave you $12 million for Otto Wallen? Do we all look stupid? Do we all look stupid? Bob Arum is a lot of things, dude. Frivolous with money, I do not believe is one. You ain't never heard of Bob Arum overpaying nobody. Never, ever, 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 ever have you heard of Bob Arum overpaying somebody. You hear Bob Arum underpaying people and people desperately trying to get away from the grasps of him and his attorneys so that they can go on and make the money they would have made. But you ain't never, ever heard of Bob Arum overpaying somebody. He pays Lomachenko $1.7 million, and he wants to make love to Lomachenko. Brothers UK, Peace Phenon, you know that you're my man, but you think you have give these people their quote of the week too much attention. Hey, man, it's for me. Brothers UK, it's for me. It's not for them. It's for me. It's for me. You can't allow people, see, you got to beat them down. Here you go. All right, let me explain this to you, Brothers UK. Okay? Do you ever hear somebody saying, I've never been in jail. I've never been to jail. I've never been to prison. But I've heard this, that if you go to prison and somebody walks into your cell and they want to start beating you up, they say, give me your food or I'm going to whoop you. If you give them your food, then you're pretty much just a punk and they're going to keep taking it from you. You might as well defend yourself and fight them right then and there. And anytime that they try to do something like that, you got to fight them, right? That's what they say. That's what it's like in these things too. You're not just going to come on here and think that your crowd of 3,000 trolls are going to say any old crazy crap to me on my channel, and I will not dedicate time to dissecting all your BS, allowing people to understand how I dissected your BS, giving other people very, very easily digestible and repeatable talking points to go murder you on your channel with. That's what I'm here for, okay? He said, you gonna eat your cornbread? Ha ha, yeah, I'm eating my cornbread. Yes. You're gonna have to take my cornbread, okay? But you can't take my cornbread. You know why you can't take? You know why you can't take my cornbread? You can't take my cornbread because Manny Pacquiao has lost in 5 weight divisions, been knocked out in 2 of them, right? There's only 1 weight class that he ain't took an L or a draw in, and those are ones he only fought in 1 time, 140 and 135. He's never been a unified champion. He's never been an undisputed champion, not 1 minute in his life. He ducked Errol Spence. He got knocked out flat on his face by Juan Manuel Marquez, and Floyd Mayweather Jr. beat him easy breezy. That's why you can't have my cornbread. No cornbread for you, okay? And all you AJ fans, they tried it every day. You're a dosser. You're delusional. Dosser. You're a delusional dosser. Tosspot. AJ will destroy everyone. AJ will destroy the world. He's the greatest heavyweight. He's greater than Ali. That's the last dude. You need to call it an Ali curse. That's the last dude that was talking that nonsense. And I stayed there with you. And then I was right there when he laid flat out and quit after getting knocked down 4 times. You cannot have my cornbread. No. And I don't give a shit whether you like jelly or jam, dog. Ain't none of that shit for you. Okay? Shit ain't happening, homie. Shit ain't happening. Brits love the word delusional and literally so much. Oh, you know that. You know it. There ain't no salads getting, I ain't creating no salads, no jellies, none of that shit. Okay? You gets none of it. All right? None of it. And if I get close, if you're too big and you get too close from me, I'm going to bite you and try to rip out a chunk of meat. The fuck out of my face. And that's if you're 300 pounds. AJ fans running, you know that, dog. Yeah, I'm eating my own damn cornbread. On this channel, I'm eating my own cornbread, dude. Y'all ain't, man, Kyle, what's his name? I can't remember his name, man. Fitzpatrick. The dude wrote this article and he was like, man, look, I know I ain't paid like like these, what's his name? Chris Mannix and these guys that get all this money. I'm writing these boxing scene articles, from my couch, loving boxing, getting paid, talking, and y'all getting all kind of personal, flooding my inbox with all kind of craziness. I was like, man, you just need to keep eating. You need a YouTube channel so you can talk to him directly. He said, I'm eating my cornbread even if it's dry. You got that right, dog. You have to take the cornbread, dude. Otherwise, you try to come get cornbread every day. Fans were talking big. Oh, AJ fans were talking big smack for three straight years. Now they going into hiding. Yeah, but they're there. They're in the hiding. They're in the bushes. They out there in the bushes, waiting to hop out. Waiting to hop out the bushes, talk some smack. If AJ wins again, AJ ain't never gonna fight nobody again. Or they're waiting for Deontay Wilder to lose. So he said, "Oh, I told you so." Dude, Deontay Wilder could lose. He defended his heavyweight title 9 times. There's only a couple people in boxing that have ever done that. Said third round, dropped twice, 7th round, dropped twice, quit. And if he didn't quit, he was going to get knocked out again. He said, now AJ fans are saying AJ took the loss like a man. Yeah, he did take the loss like a man, no. He did. Amon Rice, he did take a man. That's what a man does. When you lose, you walk up out that ring without your belts, like every other man does. Hold your head down like a man. Take your ass back home like a man, okay? AJ, we'll keep these belts over here in the PBC and they'll keep them in the PBC. They'll keep him in the United States, but now be a real man. But he ain't taking a man when he says, well, the rematch is where I want it to be. Dog, you lost. You lost. You lost. How about you come fight me where I want to fight? You lost. Well, I fought you in your hometown. No, you picked the venue. I didn't pick the venue. They say they talking like Andy Ruiz, like Andy Ruiz was their first Andy Ruiz was their first choice. He wasn't. And that like Andy Ruiz was like, yeah, AJ, come fight me in Madison Square Garden. I dare you. And AJ and Eddie Hearn was like, yeah, we want Andy Ruiz. We're gonna come over there to we come into Madison Square Garden and we're gonna beat Andy Ruiz. Yeah, you called us over there, now you come meet us. No. Y'all thought you had something nice and sweet with Jarrell Big Baby Miller, who throws 1,000 punches but can't break punches way out of a brown paper bag. You didn't fight Luis Ortiz. A guy don't like ugly. Put all that nonsense out there about all that money you offered Luis Ortiz, and Luis Ortiz turned it down. Well, Luis Ortiz came and said, hey, I'll take the money. Give me the money. No, offer gone. Too late. Too late for that now. And you didn't even know who Andy Ruiz was because your matchmakers suck. Your matchmakers suck. Have you noticed that? That matchmakers suck? How do you keep losing? See, they'll fix a fight to shit. They will. It's like instead of doing some real good fundamental matchmaking, right? Like the great matchmakers of Top Rank. Hey, man, Top Rank's matchmaking is, if any of you matchmakers are from Top Rank are listening, hey, man, you guys are top notch. You do what your job is to do. You get fights that your fighter can win, that can be exciting fights, right, that are sellable, but your guy wins. That's what matchmakers do. And they can continue. Oh, Crown King said, on behalf of the UK, sorry for them crackhead trolls. It's all right, man. I know there's a lot of real UK fans out there. But look, man, instead of Eddie Hearn doing it that way, if Eddie's the matchmaker, that explains it. You ain't going to be the matchmaker, the promoter, the manager, the spokesman, all of that. No, give some control to somebody else. The matchmaker is supposed to not get your fighter beaten. But your matchmaker got Kell Brook beat. Your matchmaker got Anthony Joshua beat. Your matchmaker gonna get Dillian White killed. Okay? Your matchmaker gonna get Dillian White killed. because that is a terrible match for Dillian White to get a belt. Dillian White would be better off. You would be better off trying to get Dillian White to fight Andy Ruiz. But Dillian White ain't got a chin. Dillian White has got dropped in his last 2 fights. He's been knocked out in another one before. Why are you trying to put him in there with Deontay Wilder? Oh, so you can fix the fight. See, they're like, we don't need a matchmaker. We'll just fix the fight. Instead of doing something which is purely legal, right? It's just a skill and completely legal. Okay, there ain't nothing illegal about about matchmaking fighters. Okay, but no. And you got lucky with AJ and Vladimir. You got lucky with AJ and Vladimir. You got out of hair, yo, chin. You almost lost AJ. It was only a matter of time before that boy got knocked out. You could, Eddie, matchmake him. But you want to fix the fight. You want the guys to get in there on the performance-enhancing drugs. You want to fix the judges, fix the refs, fix the judges, fix the ref, fix the gloves, have steroids in there, lie about attendance, tear down other opponents, when all you got to do is what Bob does. Hire matchmakers that can make your fighter look good. Okay? There was Otto Wallen for you. AJ could have replaced AJ. He could have replaced Dillian White with Otto Wallen or Tom Schwartz. And he'd still be champion. And it'd have been like, whoa, what a great fight. Incredible performance by AJ. He knocks out Otto Wallen in 2 rounds. Because he would have. He would have knocked out Otto Wallen in 2 rounds. But no, Eddie. Because you're so busy being Mr. Everything, smarter than everybody, people giving you advice that you don't want to listen to. You picked Andy Ruiz. You picked a Mexican that doesn't even fights like a Mexican, but with fast hands and a I don't give a damn attitude. And now your shit's all in a storm. Oh, now your shit's all jacked up. You think the reason why Otto Wallen is fighting, the matchmakers are why Otto Wallen is fighting Tyson Fury. Otto Wallen and Tom Schwartz. You know why? Because the matchmakers who are honest, Schwartz. Because the matchmakers who are honest, that's their job, Bob. Let me tell you, Bob. Bob says, who are we going to have him fight? Who are we going to have him fight? Well, Bob, we can't have him fight Wilder because the percentage chances of him making it through are not good. He might win a decision, but, it's a 60-40 chance that he's going to get knocked out because Deontay Wilder, as soon as he hits him, he's going to knock him out, okay? So we don't want to do that. We got somebody that can make him look good because they're not going to run around. It's not going to be tactical. Tom Schwartz is going to go right at him. So Tyson should have a good chance of knocking him out. He's not going to take any punishment, right? He can clown, he can do all that, and he'll win the fight easy, and we'll move on to the next. Bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush, Bob. I like that. Give me Tom Schwartz. Okay, who are we going to fight next? Oh, we got Otto Wallen. He's in the top 10, kind of like Schwartz, but he's a come-forward fighter, doesn't have very much punching power, not a lot of experience, but he's going to be there to be hit. So Tyson Fury will be able to land a lot of really good shots on him. He should get a knockout. The crowd should be happy. We should be able to sell that. Okay, bring me Tom Schwartz. Hey, Bob. But if Bob said this, hey, I want Tyson Fury to fight Luis Ortiz. The matchmaker would say this. Okay, no. Because he has a very sensitive chin, his big risk is that Tyson Fury will go down. This is a southpaw. He's a counterpuncher, and he has the ability to knock out Tyson Fury at any point in time in that fight. That's a little bit risky. The risk-reward calculation doesn't work. I think we'd be better off with him fighting Lucas Brown, because Lucas Brown might even bleed for us. right? The best case scenario with Tyson Fury is that the fight he wins a decision. It's kind of boring. People aren't really excited. Our viewership drops off. No, we don't want to do that. Okay. What about Deontay Wilder? No. Because he can get now be exciting, but for all the wrong reasons. He went down every time he got touched, Bob. Let's not do that. Otto Wallen is top 5. Top 5 what? Top 5 what? Now Otto Wallen is a top 5 fighter? Okay. Like I said, tailor-made. Because you know what they say? Shout out to BFTB. You know what they say? Styles make fights. Fighters don't make fights. Styles make fights. And you're going to put a flat-footed, slow-hand, non-power puncher in front of a very large, mobile, fairly fast-handed, feather-fitted heavyweight in Tyson Fury. He's made to order for him. Regardless of what he's ranked, he's made to order for him. Okay? That's what I see anyway. But it is what it is. Top 5. Oh, he's top 5 in Germany? He's top 5. He's from Switzerland, though. But come on, man. We've seen Tom Schwartz. Stop. I mean, we've seen him fight, okay? I've seen Otto Wallen fight. I don't care where he's ranked. Fraser Kendo. Okay, how about Fraser Kendo? Is Fraser Kendo still? Let me see. Is Fraser Kendo still ranked? Let me see. Heavyweight. WBO. Otto Wallen's not in the top 10. IBF. Otto Wallen is number 11 over Joseph Parker. If you believe that, I've got a whole bunch of shit to sell you, homie. Okay? Otto Wallen, WBA. They moved him to the top 10 over Adam Kwanacki, Michael Hunter, Alexander Povetkin. Fraser Kendo dropped out into the top 15, though. Yeah, he's top 5, all right. Whatever, man. These ratings suck. These ratings ain't never been any good. Fraser got something on them guys. Yeah. Fraser. Yeah, Fraser. Exactly. Fraser's still fighting. Fraser's still a top 15 heavyweight. Might as well fight Fraser. Go ahead. Go ahead and fight Fraser Kendo. Fuck out of here, man. Anyway, it is what it is. Look, man, go check out my man KQ, top 5 pastry chef. Every time Fury has a fight, they adjust the rankings. Yeah, of course they do. Every time somebody loses, they adjust the rankings. You know, but the rankings are whatever, dude. It's like, so what? So what? That mean they get ranked to, so what? We know that this dude, he could fight anybody. He could have fought Wilder, but he didn't want to. He ducked out. Anyway, it is what it is. Much love to everybody in the chat. Thank you guys so much for your support. Check out my man KQKC. Boxing coming up next. And with that, I'm out. I will check you out tomorrow. Peace.